Hello! Hi, hello, welcome back to my house. Welcome back to the main channel. I've been gone for a little bit. Not gone, like disappeared gone. I've just been away doing different things from the channel, but welcome back. I'm really excited to get back into things and just upload stuff that I'm really excited about, and hopefully you guys will be excited about that as well. So, welcome back to story time. This is the third episode of my story time. I first did one about 8 months ago on this channel. You guys really loved it. And I've just got a lot of funny stories. Got a lot of corkers. I was a really fucking weird child, basically. Today's is themed around sisters, or siblings, brothers and sisters. I think that some of the stories that I have with my sisters growing up, some of the best memories I've got, and just some of the funniest things that kids do. And I'm sure some of you may relate to those, or you also have siblings and you've done a ton of stupid stuff. Same as last time, I've got 3 separate stories. Story number 1. Now, I'm not sure on the exact ages that we all were. I think I was around about the age of 8 or 9. My dad used to have a lot of work dues, a lot of work trips in the UK. This work trip was in the lovely seaside town of Bournemouth. Something happened on this trip though, which when I look back now, I think it's absolutely hilarious. So I want to share it with you guys. Most of you know I have 2 sisters. I have a younger sister and an older sister. So like I said, I think I was about 8 or 9. If I was 8, my younger sister would have been 6, and my older sister would have been 11 or 12. Older sister being Tash, she had the responsibility of looking after us because it was an evening do. So my parents would go downstairs, they'd have like fancy dinners or whatever with all their work colleagues, and we'd all just hang about in the room, my older sister looking after us. So there we were, flicking through the TV channels, just as young, innocent little kids do. I'm sat there with the remote going through, just flicking, literally just flicking, you know the up button on a channel, just flicking through. All of a sudden, I landed on something very interesting. I didn't even know what I was watching. I'd never witnessed anything like this before. It was my first time visually seeing anything like this. So me and my sister, Heidi, we were just completely zoned in on the TV and have a specific memory of Tash walking into the room and we're both sat there on the floor looking up, watching porn in a hotel room. That's not really the funny part of the story though. The funny part of the story comes to when we're checking out of the hotel. Me and Heidi are sat on the stairs, actually all 3 of us were sat on the stairs next to like the hotel desk where mum and dad were checking out. All of a sudden I hear dad kicking off, getting a little bit leery, like, "What the hell is that? I didn't pay for that, that's not mine, this must be wrong. This is not mine, I didn't pay." I mean, the poor person behind the desk probably felt a little bit awkward at this moment. I don't know what my mum thought, I can't remember what mum was thinking at that time. But essentially we had charged dad's hotel room for watching porn without realising what porn was, what we were watching. And without my parents even knowing. I don't even know if they know that's what happened now. Story 2 involves all 3 of us. Our first house that we all grew up together was in Shoreham. I was born in a little town called Shoreham by Sea. It's close, it's like next to Brighton. And we had this lovely family house. I say love, it was just a normal family house, but you know when you're a kid and you just feel attached to this house. So we lived there for about 5 to 6 years. And all of a sudden the parents do that thing where they sit you down, they're like, "We need to have a really important talk." First thing I was like, oh my god, are our parents gonna like break up? No Marcus, that's in a few years time. What's going on then? We need to move. And as a kid, like hearing those words, all hell breaks loose, especially if you feel like you have a massive attachment, like it's part of your family, the house. And all 3 of us felt this way. So us as rebellious kids, we were, oh, so rebellious we were, so naughty. We came up with a plan that we thought when people would look around the house, they wouldn't want to buy the house because of what we were about to do. Well, I bet you're wondering, what's this going to be? Are they going to trash the house? Are they graffiti up the walls? All that crazy stuff? I've got a great idea. Oh yeah, what's that? If we dig a hole in our garden when mum and dad are showing people round, they'll see the hole and not want to buy the house. Yeah! Yeah! Oh my god, what a great idea! So we went into the garden and we started to dig a hole. What we soon sort of start to realise is it's much harder to dig a big hole than we thought. And we must have been going for like 10 minutes and then we just kind of gave up. No word of a lie, the hole, I swear to you, was must have been less than 20 centimetres long and honestly like 10 centimetres deep. But in our heads, we thought we'd done a stellar job. We thought that when people came round to look at that house, they'd walk in the garden and go, "Oh, Honey, do you see that small hole there? No, cannot buy the house. I totally agree, it's horrible, disgusting. And I honestly remember we were like excited for the people to come round to see there, and we'd follow them round and be like, oh, they're gonna see the hole, they're gonna see that hole that we dug. I think one of the most disappointing moments of my life was when they didn't say anything about the hole. Just didn't even see the hole. And you hear those words, oh, lovely house, I think we'll take it. Fuck. Oh, what are we gonna do now? I know, let's turn it into a swimming pool for our pets. And when I say pets, our pets were insects that we used to collect around the garden to play animal hospital with. So we tried to first pour water into the hole. Obviously it's soil, so the water just went straight into the soil. So then we went to Mum, we're like, Mum, how can we like not let water go through the soil? Mum's like, oh, here you go, try this plastic bag out. So then we walk out into the garden, shove a plastic bag in the hole, pour water in, probably have water sat in there for like 15 minutes and just drop some wood lice in, some ants in. I mean, killing them all. We just thought we were letting them go for a swim at that time. And the third story, a short but well, not really sweet story. So Tash, like many of you, had a doll's house, a lovely little doll's house. One of the coolest things was inside this doll's house there was a tiny toilet, and the coolest thing about it was it had a battery like fitted under the top, and you could flush it and it made a little whoosh, flushing the toilet sound. Me, little Marcus, being an annoying, slightly manipulative I was the middle brother, decided to tell Heidi, Heidi, take a wee in that toilet, because it's a real toilet. Like, if you wee in that toilet, you can then flush it, and it's like using a normal toilet. Poor little Heidi. Oh yeah, okay, I'll give that a go, sure. And honestly, so me and Heidi shared a bedroom. Toilet, middle of the floor, carpet as well. Heidi squats over this toilet. I don't know how old we are, very young. Heidi squats over this toilet, and just full on starts pissing, aiming for this tiny toilet. What do you think's happening? Well, yes, wee is going all over the floor. I'm finding it hilarious. I don't think Heidi really knows what's going on. Heidi mid-wee is like, are you sure? Yeah, look, because you can just flush it and then it all disappears. Mid-flow, who comes in the room? Mum bursts in the room. I don't know what she must have been thinking. I think she probably went to blame Heidi at first, and then she saw me in the room, just sat there laughing my head off. I mean, what a twatty thing to do as a brother. So brothers, treat your sisters nicely. And that rounds up story time, episode 3, subject siblings. I've had those stories for a long time. I hope you guys enjoyed them. If you did, make sure to give the video a thumbs up. If you want more story time, thumbs up. I would love to hear any funny stories between you and your siblings, if you made them do stupid things or just funny stories you have. Share them in the comments, and I will see you guys next week. Maybe next week, maybe the week after, with another video. Bye!